Well, this afternoon, we're having two performances of what we call the third annual Viva Mariachi Festival at Napa Valley College. I've always held a very strong sense for inclusion and equity. And with that, I also believe that it's very important to include Mexican music genre of mariachi in our public schools. And I believe very firmly that this is one way to bring that equity and inclusion that does not exist and that is very much needed given our population and given the need for perhaps options to our students in the public schools, options aside from choir, aside from band, aside from orchestra.
Our community loves mariachi. We know it. The room's packed right now in our festival. 400 people are here, 400 people in the evening. This is the power of mariachi. It's much more than music you hear on the radio or that you might hear at a restaurant sometimes. It's about a lifestyle.
We look forward to this event. You know, after 2-3 years that they do it, it becomes like a tradition, and we feel very lucky that we've been invited every year.
If we don't spread it, it's gonna stop. It'll die, and it's very important for us as Mexicans or Mexican descent to know where we come from, because a lot of that is not in history books or not in books that you read at school and things like that. So this is part of finding yourself as a student or as a human being in the world.
I think the thing that makes me want to do like mariachi the most is just the feeling of like getting people excited and the feeling I get when I go on stage and just I have fun. I really have fun, and it's something I love to do.
So we have a music program, a pretty robust music program, but we yet to have a mariachi specific program. So a long-term goal, short-term goal is to really bring on staff, faculty who can help us to create a program.
The last three performances we've held have been sellouts. And so that tells me that there's a great desire to have this sort of activity, this sort of entertainment, this sort of academic pathway, if you will. Well, the vision for the program is to give more promotion, more exposure of this genre, the mariachi musical genre, to the community. Our schools who will be here today, we have several teachers, several students from school district, with the expectation that they will pick up the next steps, if you will, and take this to their particular schools.
And it'd be even better if we had a curriculum in our K-12 system to help students really start at that level, elementary, high school.
Studies have shown that students involved in mariachi programs complete their education and transfer on to four-year schools very readily because, again, of the discipline, of the cultural aspect of what they're learning, the support of the parents, which is vital. That's where you get students who then see themselves blossom into their own future.
How do we create a mariachi program? How do we get the movement here so that Napa could also have the type of mariachi that we're showcasing through our festival? And the way we do that is through this festival, right? Is by demonstrating to our community by sharing with our community, this is what it looks like when you have dedicated teachers, dedicated programs in the elementary schools, in the high schools, in college, to be able to train these young people around this art of mariachi. And from that, what we've created is some movement among educators.
The benefit to being in our program is that we teach our students how to be great all-around students. We don't just, of course we teach them how to be great musicians, but we teach them study skills and how to work really hard.
I've seen them start off shy students and then fourth quarter kick it in and they're just like this whole new person, shining and like a bright penny, you know, a brand new penny, and it's cool to see that growth happen in front of your eyes, you know.
I really never liked attention, and I was a super shy individual, so the first time I ever performed, I felt the lights on me. It was very nerve-wracking, but after that first performance I ever had, I really loved performing, I guess, even as if I look back when I was 12, my 12-year-old self would not believe that I like standing on stage.
Our culture, our music, our culture is the life. The music bring the happiness and our community. All those kids, all the new generations, that they bring the happiness to the community and the public. They are the future of the mariachi.
When the children of Mexican immigrants in particular retain a connection to their parents' culture, they connect with what brought joy and emotional well-being and passion to their parents' generation and to their grandparents and to their aunts and uncles.
For the benefit for the students, for those who are participating, for them to be able to be on a stage as the one that we have for them here, brings them this great sense of pride, but also acknowledges their determination, their discipline, the hours of practice, and to be playing in front of 2 full houses is going to really inspire them even more.
What's so special about mariachi music is how powerful it is and the rich history behind it. And especially coming from, I have an outside perspective because I'm South Asian, I'm Indian, and so I had never really been exposed to mariachi music prior to learning about it in college. And so to get to learn about another beautiful culture's like beautiful music, I can't imagine living life without mariachi music because it was one of those things that once I was exposed to it, like there's no going back.